So I just want to speak for a moment about, you know, what my love and my passion is about how people think, what they believe, and therefore how they dynamically move forward. Having teed you up as a straightforward, straight-talking person, how valuable or important, if at all, is what people think and what they believe in sales?
I think what they believe is really important. They have to believe in the company that they're representing. They have to believe that the product or service they're promoting has got a genuine value, either whether it's added value, commercial value, operational value, or whatever. They have to also believe that what they are selling has got a it makes a difference. So whether it makes a difference to a process, whether it makes a difference to an individual, whether it makes a difference to an operation of a business, they have to believe in that. So good salespeople have got values and they've got beliefs, and that's important. I'm not so bothered about working with people who think, I wonder what people think of me, because I've worked with people like that. And you know, they're often glammed up to the nines, won't go out without having, you know, perfect hair, nails, or, you know, guys who wear outrageous clothes to stand out, or, you know, whatever. I hope people like it, or I'm putting on a bit of a show, or peacocking, or whatever it might be. There's no time for that. I don't have time for that. I just don't think it's genuine. I think people see through the facade of, you know, makeup or clothes, or how people
their own personal self-belief. You know, they can have all that amazing skill, great customer service, great product, great belief, but in them, how valuable is what they believe that they can do?
Absolutely essential, because self-belief gets you through a tough Thursday. Self-belief gets you through a Monday when nobody's answering the telephone, or you've had 3 rude people who are, you know, particularly having a bad day, and you happen to catch them at the wrong time for your particular sales process or whatever. Self-belief gets you through the idea that actually this month's a little bit down, but there are reasons for that, and I can't wait for next month. Self-belief is what gets people out of bed the next day after a bad day or a bad experience or a less than satisfactory result. And in sales, going back to what you said earlier about rejection is about the proposition wasn't right for me right now at this time, or not at all. Is that about you? No, it's not a proposition that you've put forward. I think there's ways you can pitch and ways you can influence, and there's lots of ways good salespeople can make sales out of situations that average or poor salespeople would never make a sale. But actually, it's not taking any of that personally and saying, you know what, I can get better, I can help. My job as a leader or a coach or a manager is to ensure that the team that I'm working with believe in themselves. So that's coaching, feedback, support, ideas creation, communicating, getting them involved to say, what if, how come, what could you do? And it's that coaching mentality, helping them to set goals, helping them along the journey, removing barriers, and creating an environment in which they can thrive at the best possible way forward.
And be free to fail as well.
Well, I worked with an organisation about 10 years ago, and they were very proud to say they had a no blame culture. I didn't believe them, and I genuinely, the human instinct is you can't have a no blame culture. What you can have, quite rightly, is the freedom to try things and to fail, and say, well, what do we learn from that? The definition of madness is doing the same thing 2-3 times, expecting different results. So sometimes you look at it and go, well, you're failing because you're following a path that doesn't work, and you're doing it again and again and again. Now that you have to change that path, change some part of the path, change the way you step through there. But actually, it's really more about creating an environment where it's okay to try something different because it might just deliver what you want to deliver. And as long as the feedback is delivered, and giving feedback is a real skill, isn't it? You know, from being a coach as you are, feedback's dangerous in the wrong hands. Feedback in the right hands is an absolutely fantastic tool.
And it's all about how it's received, because if you're about to deliver it in a way that it's not going to be received, then don't deliver it because it's against a closed door.
Well, I've had a couple of experiences over recent years where I've been trying to give feedback to people who, like you say, are their self-awareness is not there. Their responsibility of them being part of the challenge has not been there. So whenever you give feedback or give ideas on how to improve, so for example, you might say to somebody, you might want to try this. The first reaction is, why is it not working now? What's wrong with me now? So you get negativity back. So unfortunately, you have to accept that you can't always coach them. You can't coach people who don't want to be coached. I don't think you can give feedback to people who don't want to hear feedback. And you can't give feedback to people who are fairly thin-skinned when it comes to their own self-awareness. However, you have to try sometimes and then decide what happens on where the journey goes.